Worst NHL GMs, Doug Armstrong. Doug Armstrong took over as GM of the St. Louis Blues in 2010 after former Blues GM Larry Pleau retired, and has remained the team's GM ever since. Armstrong has had success with the St. Louis Blues, leading them to the Stanley Cup playoffs 10 times, Divisional Finals 5 times, Conference Finals 2 times, and a Stanley Cup in 2019. However, being a contender for so long has a trade-off, and the cost of maintaining a contender for over a decade has started to show recently. Here are the worst moves made by Doug Armstrong as the GM of the St. Louis Blues. Here are his worst trades: trading Ben Bishop to the Ottawa Senators for a 2013 second-round pick, acquiring Jay Bouwmeester from the Calgary Flames for Brett Tobera, Mark Kandari, and a first-round pick in 2013. Trading David Perron to the Edmonton Oilers for Magnus PRV and a second-round pick in 2014. Acquiring Ryan Miller and Steve Ott from the Buffalo Sabres for Yaroslav Halak, Chris Stewart, William Carrier, a 2015 first-round pick and a third-round pick in 2016. Trading TJ Oshie to the Washington Capitals for Troy Brouwer, Phoenix Copley, and a third-round pick in 2016. Acquiring Marco Scandella from the Montreal Canadiens for a second-round pick in 2020 and a fourth-round pick in 2021. Here are his draft mistakes. In 2011, he should not have drafted Ty Rattie over John Gibson, Dmitry Yaskin over Nikita Kucherov, Yannick Bayou over Johnny Gaudreau, Nicholas Lundstrom over Sean Corrali, Ryan Tasink over Dylan DeMello, and Timo Ironin over Andre Palat. In 2012, the Blues should not have drafted Jordan Schmaltz over Brady Shea, Samuel Corker over Damon Severson, Mackenzie McEachern over Chandler Stevenson, Nick Walters over Jacob Slavin, and Francois Tremblay over Linus Ullmark. In 2013, the Blues should not have drafted Tommy Vanilli over Tyler Bertuzzi, William Carrier over Brett Pesce, Zach Porchero over Connor Clifton, and Santeri Sari over Dominic Kubalik. In 2014, the St. Louis Blues should not have drafted Maxim Letunov over Christian Dvorak, Austin Poganski over Igor Shesterkin, Jaden Deschanel over Gustav Forsling, and Sammy Blais over Victor Olofsson. In the 2015 draft, the Blues should not have drafted Adam Musil over Nikolai Waugh, Glenn Gowden over Kirill Kaprizov, Nico Mikula over Troy Terry, and Luke Oprika over John Marino. In the 2016 draft, the Blues should not have drafted Evan Fitzpatrick over Adam Fox, Tanner Kaspick over Brendan Hagel, and Connor Bleekie over Jesper Bratt. In the 2017 draft, the Blues should not have drafted Alexei Torpachenko over Drake Batherson and David Noel over Noah Cates. In the 2018 draft, St. Louis should not have drafted Dominic Bach over Joel Veleno, Scott Perunovich over Martin Feravari, Joel Hafer over Paul Cotter, and Hugh McGing over Yegor Sharangovich. In 2019, the Blues should not have drafted Nikita Alexandrov over Alexei Protas, Colton Ellis over Matthias McKelly, Keenan Washkarek over Elmer Soderblom, and Vadim Surenko over Juuso Parssinen. Worst signings: signing Colton Parayko to an 8-year deal worth $6.5 million per season, Braden Shen to an 8-year deal worth $6.5 million per season, and Jordan Binnington to a 6-year deal worth $6 million per season. Alex Steen to a 3-year deal worth $5.75 million per season, Yuri Laterra to a 3-year deal worth $4.7 million per season, Patrick Berglund to a 5-year deal worth $3.85 million per season, and Vladimir Sobotka to a 3-year deal worth $3.5 million per season. While Doug Armstrong did succeed in making the team a contender for the last decade, the contract signings he's made just to retain the core just may cost them in the long run.